Soul Journey, Part 1. The light was soft here, as if the entire realm were wrapped in a golden glow that shimmered with subtle movement like sunlight dancing on the surface of water. It wasn't a light that burned or demanded, it was a light that embraced, suffusing everything with a gentle hum of warmth and purpose, resonating through the very fabric of existence. In this nursery of souls, small orbs of shimmering light floated like luminous seeds on an endless breeze, casting faint glimmers onto the golden currents surrounding them. Each carried its own faint, unique vibration, a melody yet to fully form, a song waiting to be sung. The air seemed alive with whispers of energy, a quiet symphony of infinite potential. Among them was a small, glowing orb, faintly pulsing with lavender and gold. It did not know what it was or why it was there. It simply existed, floating in the gentle currents of the nursery. At first, the orb was barely aware of itself, its light flickering weakly in the vast glow of the realm. Yet, over time, a faint awareness began to stir within it. It noticed the warmth of the radiant glow surrounding it, the soft hum of energy that seemed to connect everything, and the other orbs that drifted nearby. The infinite light, an all-encompassing presence, filled every corner of the realm. Its essence was vast and radiant, its wisdom unknowable, and its love profound. The small orb could not fully comprehend this eternal source of being, but it felt the endless waves of warmth and purpose that emanated from it. The orb marveled at how the divine luminary fed each soul a single glimmer of light at a time. These shimmering droplets descended from the boundless glow above, entering each soul with a gentle pulse. Each spark nourished and grew the soul's light in small but vital ways. The young souls floated expectantly, pulses of joy rippling through them each time they received a pulse of energy. It was a rhythm of giving and receiving, a steady flow that sustained the nursery. The little orb eagerly awaited each gentle flicker. It felt the warmth infuse its being, its light growing ever so slightly brighter with each gift. Over time, this small act of receiving became a source of wonder. The orb began to notice how these light pulses resonated differently within each soul, enhancing their unique tones and colors. It was as if the eternal radiance was crafting a symphony, one luminous note at a time. As the orb's awareness deepened, it began to realize that it was separate from the other lights. It could feel the shape of its own light, distinct yet connected to the whole. And then, one day, the realization dawned. It had a name. The knowledge was not immediate, but emerged slowly, like the first rays of dawn breaking over the horizon. The orb did not know how it knew, but it felt with certainty that its name had been given to it by the great luminary. The name resonated within its light, a melody that was uniquely its own, Liora. The realization filled Liora with awe. She had a name. She was more than just light. She was a being, a part of something vast and beautiful, yet distinctly herself, the glory of the infinite. Source felt even more profound now. It had not only created her, but had also imbued her with a unique essence, a gift of individuality within the infinite. As Liora floated in the golden currents, her thoughts turned outward. She noticed the other orbs eagerly receiving their light, their glow pulsing with joy. A thought arose within her, a thought she had never had before. What if I didn't take my light? Would there be more for the others? The idea filled her with a quiet determination. She paused, holding back from the stream of radiance, her edges flickering faintly as the light continued to flow to the others around her. From the distance came an elder soul, its light a magnificent cascade of hues, amber, deep gold, and shimmering silver, all moving in slow, harmonious waves. This elder was larger and brighter than the other orbs, its energy steady and filled with an ancient grace. It drifted closer with a motion that seemed both deliberate and effortless, its glow softening as it reached Liora. Its presence carried a sense of profound wisdom, tempered by kindness and infinite patience. "Liora," the elder said softly, using her name. She flickered in surprise, the sound of her name resonating deeply within her. Though she had known her name within, hearing it spoken by another being made it feel real, as though the universe itself had affirmed her existence. "How do you know my name?" Liora asked, her light quivering faintly. "Because it was given to you by the great radiance," the elder replied. "You have always carried it within you, though you are only now becoming aware of it." Liora's light pulsed softly as she reflected on this. Her awareness of herself was growing. She could feel the shape of her own light, distinct from the others, yet still connected to the greater whole. The realization was both exhilarating and humbling. The elder regarded her warmly. "You held back from your light. Why?" "I thought," Liora began hesitantly, "that if I didn't take it, there would be more for the others. They seemed so happy when they received their radiance. Maybe I don't need mine as much as they do." The elder's glow brightened, a pulse of pride radiating outward. "That thought," it said gently, "is the first step toward leaving this nursery. You have begun to see beyond yourself, to consider the needs of others. This is a sign that you are ready to grow in new ways." Liora's light quivered with a mix of emotions. She hadn't intended to be noticed or to make any profound statement. She had simply followed a feeling that had risen within her. But now, as the elder's words sank in, she realized that she had changed. She was no longer just a small orb of light, content to float and receive. She was becoming something more. "What happens next?" she asked, her light steadying as she turned toward the elder. "You will continue to grow," the elder said, "but your journey will soon take you beyond this place. For now, let us guide you to the stream of memory, where you can begin to understand the possibilities that await you." Liora followed the elder toward the streams of golden light that flowed through the heart of the nursery. Each step, each light she had received, had led her to this moment, and though she didn't yet fully comprehend what lay ahead, she felt a quiet certainty within her. She was ready to take the next step. As Liora followed the elder away from the nursery, the realm began to shift subtly. The golden glow that had surrounded her in the nursery softened, giving way to a deeper, more textured radiance. The air, though it wasn't air in the physical sense, seemed alive with movement, filled with shimmering strands of light that wove intricate patterns above and below them. These strands pulsed faintly, as if carrying whispers of stories long past. Liora noticed how they stretched endlessly in all directions, connecting everything like the threads of an infinite tapestry. The elder's light moved ahead, steady and luminous, a beacon of guidance. Liora followed closely, her own glow trembling with a mix of anticipation and wonder. As they traveled, the ambient hum of the nursery evolved into something richer and more layered, a symphony of gentle tones that resonated within her, as though the very fabric of the realm was singing. Occasionally, faint bursts of color would ripple across the strands of light, momentary flashes of emerald, sapphire, or crimson, each accompanied by a soft, almost imperceptible note. The path itself was not fixed, but seemed to form beneath them as they moved. It was as if the realm recognized their intention and shaped itself in response. Around them, luminous shapes drifted, other souls, perhaps, or fragments of light so subtle they barely seemed to exist. The elder paused briefly, allowing Liora to take in the sight of a vast expanse below them. It was like a sea of molten light, its surface rippling and churning in slow, deliberate waves. "These are echoes," the elder said, its voice resonating softly. "Fragments of choices, memories, and possibilities not yet fully realized. They hum with potential, waiting for their time to take form." Liora gazed at the waves, her light trembling in awe. The journey felt less like movement and more like a transformation, as though each step brought her closer to something profound and infinite. Ahead, the glow intensified, and she caught her first glimpse of the stream of memory. A river of living light, its currents alive with swirling patterns and a music all its own. The elder's light brightened gently, as though smiling, and gestured toward the radiant stream. "We have arrived," it said, "and so begins the next part of your journey." Part 2. The stream of memory glowed with a brilliance that surpassed anything Liora had seen before. It flowed endlessly, a living river of light, its currents filled with swirling colors and shimmering patterns that seemed to sing as they moved. Each ripple carried the echoes of countless journeys, lives lived, lessons learned, and experiences shared. Liora drifted closer, her light trembling with both excitement and awe. "What is this place?" she asked the elder, her voice a delicate pulse of curiosity. "This," the elder replied, its tone warm and steady, "is the stream of memory. It is the living archive of all that has been experienced by souls who have traveled beyond the nursery. Every lifetime, every thought, every moment of love and learning flows here, adding to its brilliance. It is a gift from the infinite radiance, shared so that all might learn and grow." The idea that all the joys, struggles, and wisdom of countless souls could be preserved here felt immense. Liora floated nearer to the stream, drawn to the shifting patterns within it. The closer she came, the more clearly she could sense the emotions woven into its currents, happiness and sorrow, triumph and perseverance, all flowing together in perfect harmony. "May I touch it?" she asked softly, her edges flickering with hesitation. The elder nodded. "You may, but remember, the stream does not give answers. It shares glimpses and reflections. What you take from it will depend on what you are ready to see." Liora reached out, letting the faintest edge of her light graze the stream. A ripple spread outward, sending a cascade of colors and sensations through her. Images and feelings rushed over her like a flood. She saw a vast mountain range cloaked in mist, heard the laughter of a child, felt the aching sadness of a farewell, and the quiet peace of a still lake at sunset. Each sensation carried a depth of meaning she could barely comprehend. As the sensations ebbed, Liora pulled back, her light trembling. "It's so much," she whispered. "Yes," the elder agreed. "The stream holds the essence of all experiences, all possibilities. It reminds us of the vastness of existence and the beauty of each individual journey." "What did you feel?" "I felt everything," Liora said, her glow steadying. "It was overwhelming but beautiful. It felt like I was a part of something so much bigger than myself." The elder pulsed gently, a gesture of affirmation. "You are, Liora. That is the nature of existence. But you are also unique. The stream holds many paths, many choices. In time, you will add your own light to its currents." The thought filled Liora with wonder. She imagined herself as part of this endless river, her experiences mingling with those of countless others. She floated silently for a moment, absorbing the weight of what lay before her. "Is this where I decide my path?" she asked. "Not yet," the elder replied. "First, you must understand what it means to choose. Come with me." The elder led her along the edges of the stream, where its currents slowed and rippled gently. The luminous strands surrounding them wove intricate patterns, shimmering faintly with hues of emerald, sapphire, and gold. As they drifted, the elder spoke. "Before you choose a life, you must come to know the essence of choice itself. Each life brings unique challenges and lessons. Some are filled with joy, others with difficulty, but all are opportunities to grow. To choose well, you must first know your own light." "How do I do that?" Liora asked. "By reflecting on what stirs within you. Tell me, Liora, what moved you most when you touched the stream?" Liora hesitated, her light flickering. "I think it was the laughter," she said at last. "It felt so pure, so full of life. It made me feel warm, like I wanted to create that kind of joy too." The elder's glow softened with approval. "Then perhaps joy is part of your essence. Remember this feeling, for it will guide you. Every soul has qualities it wishes to nurture, threads it wishes to weave into the greater tapestry. Your journey will help you discover yours." As they drifted further, they came to a place where the stream divided into dozens of smaller rivulets. Each one glimmered with a distinct hue, radiating its own energy. "These," the elder said, gesturing toward the rivulets, are paths. Each represents a lifetime, a unique experience. Some are shorter, some longer, but all lead back to the radiant whole. Liora gazed at the branching streams, her light trembling with anticipation. "Do I choose one of these?" she asked. "In time," the elder said. "For now, simply observe. Feel their energy. Let them speak to you." Liora floated closer, letting her light graze the nearest rivulet. It pulsed with a deep golden glow, warm and steady. She felt the rhythm of a life filled with purpose and compassion, the steady hands of a healer, the quiet satisfaction of mending what was broken. She moved to another stream, this one swirling with vibrant greens and blues. Its energy was swift and playful, filled with adventure and discovery, the thrill of exploration and the freedom of movement. Each stream she touched seemed to sing to her in its own way, offering glimpses of the lives it held. Liora felt a sense of awe at the infinite possibilities before her. "They're all so beautiful," she said softly. "Yes," the elder agreed. "Every path is sacred, and when the time comes, your light will guide you to the one that is yours." Liora floated in silence, taking in the magnitude of what lay before her. The journey ahead was vast, unknown, and filled with wonder. But she was ready to embrace it, step by step. Part 3. Liora hovered near the stream of memory, its flowing currents pulsing with an infinite depth she had only begun to grasp. The realm around her stretched far beyond what she could perceive, a vast tapestry of light and energy that radiated peace and purpose. The golden glow of the nursery had transformed into something richer, a realm alive with hues of rose, azure, emerald, and silver, swirling in slow, harmonious rhythms. These colors seemed to breathe, their patterns whispering truths too profound for words. Beside her, the elder's light brightened, steady and luminous. "This place is not merely for memory," it said, its tone resonating like the hum of a deep chord. "It is a realm of discovery. Each thread, each ripple, is part of a design greater than any one soul, and now, Liora, you begin to understand your place within it." The air shimmered, and luminous beings began to appear. Taller and more defined than the orbs in the nursery, these angels radiated an energy vast and pure. Their light moved with a grace that seemed to shape the realm itself, their presence imbued with boundless love. Arcs of radiant energy extended behind them like wings, trailing fractals of light with every movement. One of the angels approached, its glow a serene blend of silver and gold. "Liora," it said, its voice carrying the warmth of recognition, "welcome to the heart of the realm. We have been watching your light grow, and now we walk beside you as you begin your journey." Liora trembled slightly, her glow flickering with awe. "Why am I here?" she asked softly, her voice a pulse of curiosity. "You are here to explore," the angel replied. "This realm holds the essence of infinite existence, and within it lies the foundation of your being. As you uncover these truths, you will come to know yourself, not as a destination, but as a journey. You are both a part of this design and a thread that strengthens it." The angel extended a radiant arc toward her, forming a connection of light. Liora felt her awareness expand in an instant. The strands of the realm revealed themselves in intricate detail, weaving together in endless patterns that pulsed with quiet purpose. Towers of radiant energy rose in the distance, their shapes shifting like living mosaics, while pathways of light extended outward, connecting realms she could only faintly sense. For a moment, she felt the hum of countless souls moving through this design, each contributing to the grand harmony. As the vision receded, the angel continued, "You will see many places and meet many souls. Some will guide you, others will walk beside you as friends, their light entwined with yours in ways you cannot yet imagine." "Friends?" Liora asked, her glow flickering with curiosity. The elder brightened gently. "Yes, Liora. There are souls whose paths are so intertwined with yours that their light will always resonate with your own." In time, they will join you, but for now, your journey begins here. The angel gestured toward a path of shimmering light that stretched beyond the stream. Come, it said, we will show you more of this realm. Liora followed, her light steadying with anticipation. The pathway seemed alive, shifting and forming beneath her as she moved. Around her, the air carried a symphony of gentle tones that resonated within her being, each note familiar yet new. As they walked, Liora noticed other souls nearby, some radiant and steady, others faint and flickering. Angels guided them with patience and care, their movements purposeful yet unhurried. Every soul here learns at its own pace, the angel explained. There is no race, no expectation, only the unfolding of what is already within. They came to a great expanse where rivers of light converged into a luminous pool. The air shimmered with a tangible stillness, and Liora felt the presence of something vast and sacred. This is the well of reflection, the angel said. Here, you can glimpse the essence of what has shaped you, the qualities you nurture, the light you bring to the whole. Liora gazed into the pool, her glow trembling with anticipation. Within its depths, she saw patterns forming, threads of light that wove together into images. A steady, golden light pulsed, radiating compassion and purpose, while flashes of vibrant green danced with joy and playfulness. She felt a deep resonance with each quality, as though they were reflections of her essence. These threads are not fixed, the angel said. They are the beginnings of what you are and what you will become. With time, you will refine them, weaving them into the fabric of existence. Liora floated silently, her light brightening as the realization settled within her. It's beautiful, she said softly, but it's also so vast. How will I ever understand it all? The elder's glow deepened, its presence reassuring. You do not need to understand everything, Liora. The journey itself will guide you. As you explore this realm and others, you will find that each step brings you closer to the truth of who you are. The angel gestured toward the horizon, where pathways of light stretched toward distant realms, each glowing with a unique energy. This is only the beginning, it said. Beyond this place lies a multiverse of infinite wonder. As you walk these paths, you will come to see the vastness of existence, not as something to be conquered, but as something to be experienced. Liora turned to the elder, her glow steady and resolute. I'm ready, she said. Show me what lies ahead. The elder and the angel moved forward, their light forming a path that shimmered with possibility. As Liora followed, she felt the first stirrings of a quiet certainty. She did not yet know what lay beyond, but she knew this. Her journey was not about finding a destination, it was about becoming.